potato.
Potato, potato.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you still wearing your PJs?
I go change.
Alright, so I got some sausage, some tofu. Tofu is actually not bad as far as stretching the food, especially if you mix it with meat. And it sort of is like some mushrooms in that it will take that flavor fairly well if you do it right. I don't really understand people who just eat tofu though, because it's kind of nasty to me. But as far as just, a soy product that helps stretch something, that I could get. So I guess today I am making breakfast burritos for lunch. So, yeah. I mean, if tofu is made right, like his dad was telling me earlier, it can taste really good. But if tofu is made not so great, it's not so great. So these are actually pre-washed carrots. Because why not? And I do figure that they will need to go in at about the same time as potato. Or potatoes. I do plan on washing another one up because I did not pre-wash those. So they have to be washed as I'm going.
Carrot?
Yes, I cut up a potato after I washed it. Now
you're on the carrots.
Yep, now I'm on the carrots.
The yummy carrot.
These are those ones that I had pre-washed for you to eat. But you didn't eat them, so they're getting too close to time. They need to be used. Just so that we're clear, on a normal school day, you would not wear that together. Let me see that shirt. How come you never wear this shirt? This is a nice shirt. You haven't destroyed it yet either.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I not see this shirt during the week?
I don't know. Sometimes I don't wear it that often. But today I'm wearing it. I forgot to wear it on blue day, but on blue day I had it blue on my shoes and shirt.
Ah. Well, that's a pretty vivid blue right there.
It's dark.
Oh, it's vivid.
What?
It's vivid. Dark blue would be like navy blue. This is just blue. It's just in your face. Look at me blue.
Mm-hmm. Not destroyed yet.
Not what?
This shirt is not destroyed yet.
Not destroyed yet. That's right.
I can't wait.
You can't wait to what? Destroy it?
No. To wear it on school day. I can't wait to wear it on school day.
You're on break right now, so.
Yeah, school. Fall break. It's 12 It's a break from school. Ooh. Ooh.
What?
It smells yummy.
No. I don't think this tofu was made for this purpose. It's not very spongy.
Not very spongy.
No, it's supposed to be something that you can cut. I think this one was meant to be more for stuff that you need, like a puree.
Okay.
Yeah. Puree.
Bye.
And puree means that it's cut very, very, very tiny, like you put it in a blender tiny.
Puree and puree rhymes.
Puree and puree are two different, or the same word.
Puree and puree.
Hooray and puree, yes, those do rhyme.
I'm smart.
Yes, you are.
But my dad got some that I didn't know, and you got one of them that I didn't know.
Got one what?
One of the rhymings. That rhyme is blaze. Blaze.
Blaze, glaze. What else?
Lays.
That's one.
Wait, that's like the chips. Lays.
And there are two different kinds of rhyming words. What are they? What do they do? You don't have to tell me the name. Just tell me what they do. There's words that rhyme by sound, but they're not spelled the same. So they don't look like they rhyme on paper. And then there's words that rhyme by what's written on the paper, by the letters in the word. Those are very rare that they don't rhyme in sound too. But you can run into some.
Like B and B. But B.
Well, honey, no, that's one that does rhyme. It sounds the same. B,
But like,
as in B-U,
uh-huh.
and B as in buzz, 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 buzz.
Uh-huh. Like, it's the normal B, the B,
There's a normal B.
B, E, E, and B, U,
Can you put this in the
A.
fridge for me?
Baby carrot, fell down.
Now, potatoes are in the spud family.
What?
Yep. Potatoes are spuds. They're roots.
Roots?
Yeah, these grow in roots, and they can grow roots, and you can even grow a plant from them if you do it right.
Really?
Yep.
Ooh.
You can grow more potatoes. These underground, they grow roots, and from those roots, more potatoes grow.
More and more potato.
These are just the nodes on the plant's roots.
I love potato.
And whenever these grow, more potato plants grow towards the surface.
I like potatoes.
What did I forget to do?
What? Onions? I mean, wash it.
Yes.
Wash it before you use another one.
Yep.
Another type of food.
Yep. And I also need to wash my knife too. Why? Do you remember why?
Because it's shares germ as the other food.
Remember cross-contamination?
Oh.
Is cross-contamination good or bad?
Good. Bad?
Yes.
Great for cooking.
No, cross-contamination is whenever say that there's salmonella in the chicken.
Salmonella?
And salmonella can make you very sick. That's what causes food poisoning. Now imagine that I'm cutting all this on the same board.
And you didn't wash
And
it?
I don't wash it. And if you do chicken, you don't even use the same board. Even if you wash it. But with vegetables, we can still have a problem like this, though. So just listen. Just imagine that you got those germs on there, and those germs are something found in that thing. Now, Remember, we put food in at different points in time when we're cooking. And in order to make sure that we don't have contaminated food,
like my dad,
we gotta wash. You gotta listen first. We gotta wash first. Otherwise, we can end up with some germs, like, say, from a carrot on our potatoes. Or we can end up with it on our salad. You know, our salad doesn't get cooked. So if there's germs on there that need cooked out, what happens to our salad?
it gets nasty.
But do we know? No, we don't. So what happens then is that we get sick. And we might have to go to the hospital depending on how sick we are. Do you see how I don't look away from what I'm cutting?
Mm-hmm.
Even whenever I'm talking to you? While I'm cutting, my eyes are on this. You want to know why?
Why?
Because you can cut off your finger that way.
Oh, hurt.
This is actually very dangerous. Because you can lose your fingers in the kitchen, honey.
Like my dad puts the butter in and let it melt before he puts the eggs in. Right?
Now I need to wash this again.
Wash it again.
And you want to go put the potatoes away?
In the black?
Yep.
Okay. Black. It's your
Now remember, if I was cutting meat, we wouldn't even dream of using the same one.
What?
Now remember, if I was cutting meat, we wouldn't even dream of using the same one.
Yeah.
Now what else have you noticed?
I didn't
What
know.
do we cook first?
This things, I don't know.
Meat.
Meat? We cook meat first?
Yes.
Right till you did. Sausage is meat.
Yes. Always cook that first.
Yeah.
Did you see how I put the tofu in with it? After I started it? Why do we do that?
Gonna make it yummy.
So the tofu will take on the flavor.
Take on the flavor. Like,
Mm-hmm.
take the flavor away.
Not away from the meat.
Take some more flavor.
Tofu takes flavor from whatever you cook it with.
Flavor to make it yummier.
Yeah, I think tofu is good depending on how it's cooked, much like your dad does. It can end badly.
And badly.
Yes.
We need to cook.
Now where is my big sharp knife? It's in here. Well, how many times have I told you not to stand by me? While I'm doing this stuff. Now next, just the onion.
Onion, so good. Chop, chop, chop. That's over. That's that.
Alright, I actually think that this is...
Too much?
No, I think it's... Oh no, we ain't eating all this right now. I mean, it's cooked. It's not browned, but it's cooked. That's what we want. Because the potatoes and the carrots will need time.
It's Daddy's lunchbox.
Hey Chris, pay attention.
Daddy forgot his lunch. Oh no.
Daddy does that a lot.
Uh-huh. Sometimes he remembers to grab his lunch.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we're going to cut up an onion.
One onion.
Do you think I should do two? These aren't very big.
Let's see. Two.
Two?
Yeah. 2 onions.
Alright. I did leave it up to you. Onions are good for you. What do?
They make me. They bacon strong.
Oh, that's what everything does, honey. Except for chips. Chocolate cake.
And junk food.
That's what I was just saying, honey. Those don't really help you get big and strong. Those just taste good.
Yeah, those are just a treat.
Yep.
Like bubble gum is a treat.
Mm-hmm.
French fries are good for you. Are French fries good for you?
Not really. If they're baked, they're not really bad for you either. I mean, if you eat too many of them, it's not good. But if you bake them instead of fry them, they're not bad for you either.
We bake them?
Unless you eat too many. But if you eat too many onions, that'd be bad for you too. So anything's bad for you if you eat too much of it.
Mm-hmm. Like potato and cheese.
Yes. If you eat too much cheese, you might get backed up.
Backed up?
Yeah, you might get constipated. If I eat too much cheese, the opposite will happen. It's because I'm lactose intolerant.
What is the opposite?
The opposite is diarrhea, honey.
Diarrhea?
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
You know that thing that you said once that you got because you weren't feeling so hot and you said it made your butt burn? It's that. Where your poop turns to liquid.
What the?
And it burns your butt coming out.
Ow.
Yeah, that's diarrhea.
That happens to me a lot.
No, it doesn't.
This hurts.
And how many times have I told you to lay off on the spicy?
They are? I like spicy.
Well, that's why your poop burns sometimes, honey. You're eating too much spicy.
Is spicy not good for you? Is spicy?
Honey, if you get used to it now, you'll have a resistance to it later in life. But if like somebody who's not used to it eats something that is excessively spiced, they will have issues. Like it will come out like a dragon is breathing out of your butt.
What the?
That's what it'll feel like. I can't eat stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, really. I don't cook stuff like that. Your dad can't even eat stuff like that.
I like hot sauce and my ketchup.
You like hot sauce in your ketchup?
Yeah, I had that on my scrambled eggs when my dad made it.
Ah.
It's yummy.
Your dad does that a little bit, but like
If we have
some of the stuff that they feed you kids at school, I'm just like, what is this?
They have type of chicken nuggets that are spicy. But I don't think so. Oh, it's too spicy for me.
You gonna go put this away for me?
They're too spicy. So I don't take those. I'm running away. It smells yummy. I need food. I need food.
You ain't starving.
Listen.
You are not. We're gonna have a lot of leftovers from this. At least I hope so, unless you're gonna eat this whole pan.
What the? I'm not going to eat that whole entire giant pan.
Whole entire giant pan? I've seen you eat stuff that filled this whole entire giant pan, honey. Remember? I made macaroni and cheese, you sat here and had 5 bowls of it.
What the? Then I ate that whole entire pan.
Yeah. You ate the whole entire pan.
Did you guys have some?
I had a bowl. I had to make more for your dad.
More? And I still ate some?
Yeah, you still ate some.
Because that was it because I was starving.
You were not. It's because you got 2 hollow legs and sometimes you hit a growth spurt that gives you 2 more.
My hollow legs.
Yeah, 2 more hollow legs. Alright. Now, which kind of mushroom should I use? I took them both out.
Which one? Brown or white?
This is the Baby Bella's.
Oh, baby Bella.
Baby portobello mushrooms. And this is the white mushrooms. Why don't we save these?
Yeah. Why? What did you want to save them?
Well, for something that they can shine a little more in.
Shine?
I mean, just go put them in the fridge, honey.
The black?
Yes.
Let's do that.
Nose itches. Now I have to wash my hands. Chris. Now I also have to wash the mushrooms. Really, Chris?
I like that song.
No, honey, it's badger, 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 mushroom, 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 badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, badger, 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 snake. Badger, 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 badger. Yeah.
Why does it have a snake in it?
Just to be random, I guess. I don't know. Maybe so it won't drive the person crazy who's driving everybody else crazy with it.
I think he likes it.
You think he likes it?
I think he made mushroom song up.
Who did?
I think
The snake? Hey,
how can it off his table?
stop it. We're not supposed to be trying to play with it. That is why we have child locks on it.
Child locks?
Yes, it's supposed to stop you. Or another little kid from getting in there.
What do
Chris.
Huh? Black.
Chris.
That's funny. Get the glass. I love mushroom.
You love mushrooms? You and your dad both. I swear, you both become mushrooms if you could.
I eat mushrooms. I love mushrooms.
Mission, become mushrooms. It's you and your dad. Or is it pizza that you'd become? Pizza. Yeah, you'd become pizza.
Pepperoni.
You'd become a pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
Alright.
I like pepperoni.
And what would you do? Would you still eat pizza after you became pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah? So what would that make you, a cannibal?
What?
A cannibal is something that eats what it is. So,
How could you turn into a pizza?
how would you turn... Are you actually seeking to turn into a pizza?
No!
You're
I'm just nosy.
You're just nosy. No, it's curious in this case. You're not looking at anybody else's business. You just want to know something and how to do something.
I'm curious.
You're curious? So why do you want to know?
I don't know.
If you became a pizza, would you eat yourself?
No.
How would you defend against all the other pizza eaters? All the people who eat yummy pizza who'd want to eat you?
That's so much mushrooms.
That's because of the way that I'm cutting it. I still want it to be big enough that it'll...
Yeah. I want that mushroom.
But it's a trick. So you cut them in half before you slice them. And then they'll mix in further.
I need mushroom. The badger. I like the badger song.
The badger song? Now it's the badger song, not the mushroom song?
I like the mushroom.
Chris, don't you lean on that.
They'll break.
That's for whenever we have to pack up the food in the kitchen. You break that, I can't put food in it.
And single in here.
Yeah. It's for cold stuff.
First you need to feed some chicken.
Chris, I love you bunches.
You need to wash your hands. Do you need to wash your hands? Do you need... I know you need to wash your hands.
You always need to wash your hands whenever you're in the kitchen. If you ever have to ask yourself, do I need to wash my hands? The answer is always yes. If you even have to ask the question, just wash your hands. Okay? That is your default answer. Yep, default. Do you know why we're not putting in the mushrooms yet?
Why?
Mushrooms go in last. Otherwise, they'll just cook down and we won't taste them.
Down.
Yep.
No. We need a yummy mushroom.
Tofu kind of looks like egg in here, doesn't it?
What?
The tofu is kind of looks like egg in here, doesn't it?
Yeah. Why is it so loud?
Because it is, Chris, because it is.
Come in the grass.
Now I'm going to cheat.
Cheat.
Yep. I don't want to deal with figuring out a mixture for taco seasoning.
Taco.
So, I'm going to cheat. Well, yeah, because what we're doing is similar to taco seasoning, so we can just use taco seasoning for it, and then I can just adjust it.
Ooh. Do they use pink salt for this?
Nope.
White.
Yep.
Okay.
Specifically, we use sea salt.
Sea?
Mm-hmm.
What is sea?
That's where
Salt.
salt comes from, baby.
And what is pepper?
You ever notice how I never use a lot of salt? Especially whenever we use a mixture like this, there's always more salt in there. Don't use a bunch of salt, always use more pepper than salt. Whenever you're doing that. Salt is very strong, so is pepper. They're just strong in different ways.
That smells so yummy.
Yeah?
Yeah. The peppers are hurting. The onions are hurting my eyes.
Well, stop looming over them. Peppers in here as they are, they're half cooked. They ain't hurting your eyes.
What?
It's the fact that you were looming as I was cutting them. It's time to check the potatoes that are in here.
Potato?
We poke a few of them and see how they're doing.
You? Why?
Because if they're too firm, that means that they need more time. And if the potatoes need more time, we don't need to be adding anything else right now. Because at this point, stuff we gotta add don't take long to cook.
One time you had the mushroom. Badger.
Why are you saying badger every time that you say mushroom?
Because I like the badger song.
adding spinach too.
Then you add the mushrooms after it cooks better.
Yep. This doesn't take long either, though. See, watch.
What?
Squish these in there.
What's it? Look. It's a low line.
This is a